Hey, what's up? Good morning, y'all. Hey, I don't know if y'all been watching the news. I was I was doing the morning show, but I had to step away for a minute. I don't know if you've been watching the news, but there was a active shooter in Virginia last night. First of all, let me start out by saying I was walking through Atlanta Jackson Hartfield Airport maybe 2.5 years ago, and I met this lady. She walked up. She said, "How you doing, Mr. Smiley? It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Dalayna Chandler." She said, "It's a pleasure to meet you." And she said, "I'm on a recruiting trip." I think she was going to a Nike something. And she said, "This is my son. My son is in high school, and we doing recruiting trips or whatever." But anyway, the kid ended up going to Wisconsin to play football, and so he played football in Wisconsin or whatever, and she kept me in the loop. The young man, she told me that the young man had just buried his father. And so I really locked in because I understand that, because I have nephews that buried their father that's also college athletes, and being that I'm a fatherless man myself. So we exchanged numbers and exchanged information. I say, anything you need for him, we're gonna make sure he's straight or whatever. I just want to, and it's always beautiful when you have a mother that's willing to share their child with you and open up and share, because everybody don't. And so I think he got an NIA deal or whatever, and he transferred and went to the University of Virginia. And he was on the football team there, doing well. I think this was his first year at Virginia. And, and here we are near the end of the season, so I'm getting ready. I got on the air and started my show. And I had just did the praise break because I went live this morning. And then when I went off the live, I checked my text message, and it was a message from her telling me that it was an active shooter at the University of Virginia, and that her son, which I consider a nephew, was one of three that was killed. She said that, I don't know. I said, "What?" Because I was confused, because I'm just in shock, because I can't believe it, and I still can't believe it. And she was telling me that her son was killed. I've had conversations, talking to him on the phone, texting him, and we just all, and I'm sure her brothers and family members, whenever a kid loses a father, everybody's just trying to find a role to play and play a role into making sure the kid have everything that he need. And I'm just devastated this morning. Like, my feelings are really hurt. And it started off just meeting him in the airport. He's a great kid. He was a dog receiver. Had a great year at Wisconsin. I guess, they thought that Virginia was a better fit, doing what any player would do. And I was feeling real heavy all day yesterday. All day yesterday, I'm feeling real heavy. I was supposed to I had a flight yesterday, and I canceled it because something just said, "Be still." And I canceled my flight yesterday, and I just sat still, and something just was eating at me all day yesterday. I was on the phone with my pastor for about an hour yesterday. talking about, young people and what they're going through and how to deal with certain stuff or whatever. And the first time, just probably the second kid that I was having a mentorship with to pass away, and it's hurtful. And they're not burying us, we burying them. And it just seems like it's always the kids, some of the kids that die, a lot of the kids that die, a lot of the kids that I see die are some of the most humble and respectful kids that don't bother nobody, never in no fights, ain't in no nothing. Kid in college. I have a son that's a college athlete that's in college. And that's just my biggest fear, my son not coming home. And here goes somebody that you developed a friendship with over the years. And the friendship was based on, our friendship was based on trying to be something to our son that just buried his father, and he gets killed last night in the crossfire. And I got butterflies. I am literally sick to my stomach. I feel I'm devastated. I'm devastated for her. A calm, regular conversation this morning, and she was just calm. Like she trying to break it down and explain to me, here's what happened, here's what I know. If y'all don't do nothing else today, not only pray for the 3 parents that lost their kids at the University of Virginia, all 3 players, from what I understand, was on the football team. There's an active shooter, they know who did it, and they're out looking for him now. But pray for every single parent in Chicago and St. Louis and Mobile and Birmingham and South Florida and North Florida and South Carolina, and Charlotte, and LA, and Takeoff's family. All these people, man, they have to bury their young. And I'm just not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to it. Like I literally want to get in my car and drive down to Montgomery right now. Just to wake up and still have a son alive. I have my son that's on campus, both of my sons still alive. It's just a blessing. And I don't take it for granted. I'm literally scared to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and look at my phone because I keep my phone on silent. My phone never rings. And I take a deep breath before I look at my phone, and I look at them damn them text messages, and take a deep breath of relief when I'm not getting certain kind of messages. And I didn't have none last night, but right after the praise break, that's when I got that text message. And I am deeply, deeply disturbed this morning. Pray for her. Pray for my friend that just befriended me out of nowhere. She did not have to be my friend and let me have anything to do with her son. But if somebody think enough of you and trust you enough and put you in contact with a young adult kid, just where they can have some kind of love and mentorship. And she told me that he has so much love and respect for you. God dang. These kids are dangerous, man. These kids are so dangerous and entitled, and whenever they don't get what they want, some of them think it's the end of the world and put out a gun and decide they want to kill everybody. We have conditioned this generation, and this is a generation of entitlement. And whenever some of these young people don't get what they want, or you tell them no, in some schools you can't even tell a kid no. It's a problem. Y'all pray for every single parent that got to go and make funeral arrangements. Every single parent, pray for them. Y'all have wow. I am devastated because here go the deep part. I know she was protective of her son because when I met them, he had just buried his father, and he was just kind of like standing next to his mother, like protecting his mother. When I met them in the airport, like, you know, when a mother lose a husband, that older son just kind of become real protective of his mother and trying to step in, and then she's protective of him. And for her to give me the opportunity to let me in and let me be something and a part of their life. And our relationship was mainly based on just trying to be something for her son. And he get killed in the crossfire last night. And I feel terrible this morning. I feel sick to my stomach. And I just can't imagine the trauma those parents, not only those three parents, but parents all over the country that woke up this morning without a child that they laid down and gave birth to. And they don't have them anymore. Gone. Just gone. Out of nowhere. Kindergarten, elementary school, high school, college, gone. All of the stuff it takes to go to college, all of the stuff, getting ready for high school, getting clothes ready, school, homework, getting your hair done, going and get your hair cut, let's go try these shoes on, all that shit. All that shit. Go get you some hair bows and some hair barrettes, get your hair, do your hair. Here go your Easter dress. Here go your shoes. Here go your paper, your pens, parent-teacher conference, going up to the school, Little League football, going to all the games, going to all the cheerleading events, going to this, going to that. Got ripping and running, picking you up from school, taking you to football practice, ordering a pizza, slumber party, this, that, birthday party, Chuck E. Cheese. All this motherfucking shit for a goddamn casket. All this shit for a casket. All this shit. All this shit. All these mothers go through all this shit, getting them ready, doing this, doing that, ripping and running all over town, getting a helmet, getting a chin strap, getting a jersey, finding some knee pads, some thigh pads, going up to Foot Locker, running up the Dicks, got to get this, got to get a football, got to get a basketball, got to get the basketball goal, got to do this, call your uncle, tell your uncle, all this organization, all this shit for a motherfucking casket. And I actually heard a parent say that. When my nephew Kevin got killed, Kevin Felder, when Kevin got killed, I was at the house within 3 hours. And his mother was laying on the floor screaming because somebody had killed him. Kevin was like a nephew to me. She said, I went through all of this shit, and the only thing I have to look forward to is a casket. God damn. It's almost like, what's the purpose of going through all this stuff? What's the purpose? to teach your kids right from wrong, to protect them and put them through school, take them to church, take them to Sunday school, Easter speech, Christmas play, this, that, and other, Christmas, all this stuff. For this, just to end up to have to plan this. Man, y'all please pray for every single parent. Devastated this morning. This world, this is a sad world. And if it is coming to an end, I hope so. Because nobody wants to live like this, man. Nobody wants to live and be paranoid and scared to go outside, walking through the house with a damn gun just because somebody might be in your house. Scared to go somewhere when it get dark. Scared to go somewhere in the evening time. Scared to go to the door if you got Uber Eats. Scared to go to the door when FedEx comes. Scared. Don't know what you're going to deal with. Don't know if somebody going to see you and tell somebody else where you live. And then here comes somebody else. And then here they come and they plotting, planning to kill because you're a public figure and you're a target. All of this shit. All of this shit. And now they're talking about it. Now they're showing the shooters. Three dead.
As they become available. Back to our top story this morning. Former President Donald Trump is suing.
You wake up and see something like that on the news and somehow you connected to it. I never would have thought in a million years. Y'all have a blessed day, man.